specific structures, and there are certain factors that facilitate the transport mechanism and hence accelerate the absorption of iron in the duodenum, and then there are factors which inhibit the absorption of iron. For example, intake of calcium along with iron may reduce the rate of iron absorption. That was the question in the last session, how calcium or milk intake affects the rate of iron absorption in the small intestine. So what happens when we ingest or when we take calcium diet? The calcium will compete with these receptors located at the small intestine. So this will create competitive inhibition, hence the rate of iron absorption will be reduced. So here you can see the factors that favor the rate of iron absorption on the left hand side, and the factors that reduce the rate of iron absorption are given on your right hand side. For example, Ferrous form is the form that favors the iron absorption, and the ferric form inhibits iron absorption. Similarly, ingestion of milk, ingestion of tea, ingestion of alkalis and acids, all these factors they reduce the rate of iron absorption. How? By competing with the same receptors, the same binding sites that are used for the transport of iron and ferric. That is the reason the rate of iron absorption may be reduced if you take calcium or milk or other dairy products. So continue different types of anemia. We discussed the two types of morphological types of anemia yesterday. These are the grades of anemia. We can classify anemia on the basis of severity. For example, mild anemia, if the hemoglobin is between 9 to 13, 9.5 to be precise. Moderate anemia, if the hemoglobin is between 8 to 9.5 grams per deciliter. And in severe anemia, the hemoglobin concentration is less than 8 grams per deciliter, or in some cases less than 6 or 7 grams per deciliter. We have already discussed the blood indices, MCV, mean corpuscular volume, and MCHC, mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration. These are the two most important blood indices as far as the classification of anemia on the basis of morphology is concerned. So, mean corpuscular volume depicts the average size of the erythrocyte. The normal value is around 78 to 90 femtoliters, whereas mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration depicts the average color of the single erythrocyte. The color is depicted due to the concentration of hemoglobin. The greater the hemoglobin content, the darker will be the color. And the average value is around 30 to 38 percentage or grams per deciliter. The mathematical formula for calculating these blood indices. Mean corpuscular volume can be calculated by dividing PCV to RBC count multiplied by 10, and it is expressed in femtoliters. MCHC can be calculated by dividing hemoglobin with PCV or hematocrit, and it can be expressed in percentage form. It can also be expressed in grams per deciliter. So remember, MCV depicts cell size, MCHC depicts chromicity or color of the erythrocyte. If the size of the cell is less than normal, this means MCV value is less than 70. We will label such type of anemia as microcytic. Similarly, if the MCV is Within the normal bracket, we will label such anemia as normocytic, and if the MCV value is greater than 100 sometimes, we can label it as macrocytic anemia. Similarly, for normal MCHC, the anemia will be labeled as normochromic. If the MCHC is less than normal, we will label it as hypochromic, and we rarely see a hyperchromic region. Again, size of RBC depicted by MCV, color of RBC depicted by MCHC. So, anemia can be normocytic normochromic, it can be microcytic hypochromic, MCV is large, MCHC is less than normal, or sometimes it is microcytic hypochromic, in which both MCV and MCHC are less than normal. Before we proceed further, students, are you with me? Students, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Morphological classification on the basis of MCV and MCHC. Any query? So that we can proceed further.
No, sir.
So there are three major types of uh, anemias as far as the morphological classification is concerned. Normocytic normochromic, both MCV and MCHC within the normal ranges. Microcytic hypochromic, in which both MCV and MCHC are less than normal. And macrocytic normochromic, in which the MCV is raised, however, the MCHC is normal. Sometimes there can be macrocytic hypochromic picture as well. So we have discussed the morphological classification. There is another way to classify anemia on the basis of etiology. And what do we mean by this term, etiology? Anyone? The Americans may spell this with E and may skip the letter A. So etiology means cause. On the basis of the cause of anemia, we can classify different types. For example, hemorrhagic anemia. Hemorrhage means blood loss. Now this blood loss can be acute, that is of sudden nature. This blood loss can also be of chronic nature or delayed blood loss. Moreover, the hemorrhage or blood loss may sometimes be physiological, or it can even be pathological in certain conditions. For example, blood loss during menstruation is one of the examples of physiological hemorrhage. So, another example of hemorrhage can be pathological. For example, any pathological, any trauma, any roadside accident leading to long bone fracture, all these are traumatic hemorrhagic anemias or pathological hemorrhagic anemias. So loss of blood may lead to decreased RBC count, decreased hemoglobin concentration. That is the reason we may label such anemias as hemorrhagic anemia. And this blood loss can either be acute, sudden onset, for example, roadside accident leading to long bone fracture, or the blood loss can be of chronic nature. Moreover, the blood loss can be physiological, for example, during menstruation, or there are certain pathological bleeding disorders that may lead to hemorrhagic anemic picture as well. So the first important type on the basis of etiology is hemorrhagic anemia or blood loss. The second type is hemolytic anemia. So what is hemolysis? Hemolysis means breakdown or rupture of the erythrocytes or the RBCs. Obviously, when the RBCs are destroyed, the hemoglobin content will be compromised, and this again will lead to an anemic picture. And we will label such anemia in which the RBC count is less than normal and the hemoglobin content is less than normal due to rupture of RBCs, due to destruction of the erythrocytes. Such anemias are labeled as hemolytic anemia. The third etiological type of anemia is nutritional deficiency anemia. So there are certain uh, components, if they are deficient in our diet, they sometimes lead to an anemic picture. For example, deficiency of iron may lead to anemia. Why? Because iron is one of the important components of hemoglobin or RBCs. So if iron is deficient in our diet, again the hemoglobin content will be compromised and again it will lead to anemic picture. Moreover, certain vitamins like vitamin B12 and folate, deficiency of these vitamins may lead to again anemic picture. Why? Because these are known as the maturation factors. If you remember erythropoiesis is regulated by certain maturation factors, and folate and vitamin B12 are the two most important maturation factors that are involved in the DNA synthesis. If these maturation factors are deficient, obviously the erythropoiesis will be compromised, the RBC count will be less than normal, and the hemoglobin content will again be less than normal, and we may classify such anemic picture under the category of nutrition deficiency.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes, beta, yes. Is there any query, any question? I can't hear anyone.
सर आपकी
आवाज
आवाज
loud नहीं
बहुत
आ
कट
रही।
के आ रही है सर।
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So nutrition deficiency anemia includes two important types. Number one is iron deficiency anemia, and number two is megaloblastic anemia. Now I have
Excuse me,
used
sir.
the
Sir,
term
थोड़ा और loud कीजिए।
megaloblastic anemia. Megaloblastic anemia includes two subtypes of anemia, that is folate deficiency anemia and vitamin B12 deficiency anemia. So deficiency of either folate or vitamin B12. The collective term is megaloblastic anemia, which is a type of nutrition deficiency. So not only iron deficiency but also deficiency of these vitamins may lead to an anemic picture. So we have discussed so far three etiological factors. Number one, deficiency of RBC count or reduced RBC count due to blood loss, hemorrhagic anemia, whether acute or chronic, whether physiological or pathological. Similarly, hemolysis or destruction of RBCs may lead to anemic picture, and we can call it as hemolytic anemia. And the third type is nutrition deficiency anemia, which includes iron deficiency anemia and megaloblastic. The fourth type of anemia, very important, is known as aplastic anemia. The other name is bone marrow aplasia. Bone marrow aplasia. And what happens during aplastic anemia or bone marrow aplasia? The factory of the RBCs, the source of RBCs. And what is the source of RBCs? The bone marrow itself. So when the bone marrow is not producing sufficient quantity of erythrocytes, this will lead to an anemic picture, and such anemias are labeled as aplastic anemias or aplasia of bone marrow. So when the factor is not functioning properly, reduced RBC count, reduced hemoglobin content will be there, and we will label such anemias as aplastic anemia. So this is the fourth etiological type of anemia. The last, the fifth type of etiological type of anemia is the anemia of chronic disorders. There are certain chronic disorders that sometimes may lead to an anemic picture. So such anemias are secondary to these chronic disorders. So anemia is of secondary nature. For example, an important chronic chest infection very prevalent in Pakistan is tuberculosis. Now, tuberculosis is one of the chronic infections. Similarly, malignant conditions, cancerous conditions, for example, lymphomas or Hodgkin lymphomas, these cancerous conditions or malignancy again are chronic and they may lead to anemic picture. So,
Excuse me,
such
sir.
chronic disorders may lead to anemia and we can classify them separately as anemia of chronic disorders. So we have five types of anemia in total on the basis of etiology: hemorrhagic anemia, hemolytic anemia, nutrition deficiency anemia, and there are two subtypes of nutrition deficiency: iron deficiency, number one, and megaloblastic anemia. Remember, megaloblastic anemia is the collective term for vitamin B12 deficiency or folate deficiency. The fourth type is aplastic anemia, and the last one is anemia of chronic disorders. Any query so far? We have classified these types of anemia. If you have any query,
Sir?
please let me know.
Excuse me, sir.
I can't hear you.
Sir, the previous slide which you discussed about
सर आप
microcytic.
पासवर्ड काट Excuse me, sir. Hello.
There is
अगर
some
आप
reception
करके
problem.
क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे ना, मेरी बात सुनिए, नहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, प्लीज ए को जुमला खत्म करने दें, फिर दूसरा क्वेश्चन पूछे प्लीज।
Excuse me, sir.
जी, any
जी,
question? Please let me know.
आयशा से पूछे, आयशा बताएं क्या क्वेश्चन है।
Hello.
Any question?
Excuse me,
Any
sir.
query?
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Sir, the previous slide आपने discuss की थी about MCV and MHC values. वो anemia की कौन सी classification थी?
Better, there are two. Let me summarize. To all of you. There are two ways to classify anemia. One on the basis of morphology, that is on the basis of blood indices. And usually the two important blood indices are MCV and MCHC. MCV depicts the size of the cell, MCHC depicts the chromicity or color of the cell. If the MCV and MCHC are within the normal ranges, such anemias are labeled as normocytic normochromic, and if they are less than normal, we may call these anemias as microcytic hypochromic anemia. Similarly, if the MCV is raised and the MCHC is normal, the third anemia may be labeled as macrocytic normochromic, and sometimes there can be macrocytic hypochromic picture as well. So this is morphological classification on the basis of blood indices, and we have discussed the mathematical formulas of these blood indices already. So this is classification 1. The second classification is on the basis of the cause of anemia. What is the cause of anemia? Whether the cause is hemorrhage, whether acute or chronic, whether physiological or pathological. So any blood loss leading to anemia will be labeled as hemorrhagic anemia. Similarly, destruction of RBCs, rupture of erythrocytes may again lead to decreased hemoglobin content, and we will label it as hemolytic anemia. This is the second etiological type. The third type is nutrition deficiency anemia, deficiency of iron, deficiency of vitamin B12, deficiency of folate, deficiency of any of these three agents may lead to nutrition deficiency anemia. The third etiological type. And the fourth type is bone marrow aplasia, in which the bone marrow, the factory, is not producing sufficient amount of erythrocytes. And the last is anemia of chronic disorders. For example, I have mentioned the example of tuberculosis and malignant conditions. All these disorders are chronic in nature, and we have a separate category of such anemias as anemia of chronic disorders or anemia of chronic diseases. So we can classify anemias on the basis of morphology or blood indices. We can also classify anemia on the basis of the cause or etiology.
Excuse me,
Sir,
sir.
if MCV and MPH value are within normal range, then why stop that anemia? Because the values are in a normal range.
But I can't hear you.
No, sir.
Sir, if MCV and MPH values are within normal range, तो फिर तो ये तो अच्छी बात है normal range में, तो फिर why
हाँ,
stop
okay,
that
okay.
anemia?
ठीक है. Let me answer your question. So you have asked the question that two of the parameters MCV and MCHC. Can you hear me? Should I continue? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have asked the question that MCV and MCHC are within the normal ranges. So although the MCV is normal, although the MCHC is normal, then why there is anemia? This is the question, right? This is the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the definition of anemia is, by definition, anemia is defined as reduced RBC count or reduced hemoglobin content for that particular age group, for that particular gender group. I repeat, reduced RBC count and reduced hemoglobin content for that particular age group and gender group is defined as, this is defined as anemia. The blood indices MCV and MCHC, they depict size and color. So sometimes the size is normal, the color is normal. However, the quantity of RBCs, the RBC count is less than normal. So whatever the number is available, although their size is normal, the chromosity is normal, but the quantity is less than normal. So such anemias will be labeled as normocytic normochromic anemia. Okay?
Excuse me, sir.
Kindly repeat the full form of MCV and MCHC. Full form.
Should we proceed?
Excuse me, sir. Sir. Hello. Hello.
सर का माइक ऑफ है
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही बहुत कम आवाज है सर
बहुत कम आवाज आ रही है
What can I do? What can I do? बहुत क्या बोल रहा हूँ?
माइक साथ में
यार आप लोग
माइक का
सर अपना
वॉल्यूम
माइक
कम हो गया वाइस का
Try to focus, try to listen. So again, we can see the different types of anemia on the basis of the blood indices MCV and MCHC. So let's focus on MCV first. So normal range is 78 to 90 femtoliters. We have discussed the types of anemia already. So in megaloblastic anemia and pernicious anemia, we will discuss what is pernicious anemia, a subtype of megaloblastic anemia. MCV is raised. However, in iron deficiency anemia and thalassemia, the MCV is reduced. Similarly, the MCHC value is reduced in iron deficiency anemia,
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही.
megaloblastic anemia and pernicious anemia. The MCV,
एक तो नहीं
MCHC
आ
value
रही.
is normal or decreased.
Elias man, please turn off your mic.
So again, we can see the morphological classification. The first type is normocytic normochromic anemia. Normocytic means normal MCV. Normal MCV is 78 to 94 femtoliters. Normochromic means normal MCHC within this range of 30 to 38%. So what are the examples of normocytic normochromic anemia? Acute post-hemorrhagic anemia, number 1. Blood loss anemia is also known as post-hemorrhagic anemia. So if the blood loss anemia is of sudden onset, the blood indices will be within the normal ranges. Similarly, in hemolytic anemia, MCV and MCHC both will be normal. In aplastic anemia and anemia of chronic disorders, both again MCV and MCHC will be within the normal range. All these are examples of normocytic normochromic anemia. Second type is microcytic hypochromic. Microcytic means MCV value is less than normal. If the MCV value is less than normal, we will label it as hypochromic. If MCHC are reduced, we will label it as microcytic hypochromic anemia. And the examples of microcytic hypochromic anemia include number 1, iron deficiency anemia. Number 2, chronic post-hemorrhagic anemia. Now, thing to remember is blood loss anemia or post-hemorrhagic anemia, if it is of sudden onset or acute onset, the blood indices will be within the normal ranges. However, the blood loss is of chronic nature, the blood indices will be on the lower side. The third type is macrocytic normochromic. Macrocytic means MCV value greater than the normal range. And normochromic means the MCHC is within the normal range of 30 to 38%. So the megaloblastic anemias are usually macrocytic normochromic. I repeat, megaloblastic anemia are usually macrocytic normochromic. In some cases, the MCHC megaloblastic anemias may be on the lower side, and we may see macrocytic hypochromic picture as well. So in megaloblastic anemia, macrocytic normochromic picture can be there. Similarly, macrocytic hypochromic picture can also be there. And remember, when we use the term megaloblastic anemia, we are referring to two of the nutritional deficiency anemia. Which one? Number 1, folate deficiency anemia. Number 2, vitamin B12 deficiency anemia. So deficiency of either folate or vitamin B12. The collective term is megaloblastic. Remember, megaloblastic means mega means large, large size cells. MCV will be on the higher side. Now in this table you can see both the classification on a single slide. On the left hand side you can see the etiological classification. We have discussed the etiological classification, and on the right hand side you can see the morphological classification as well. For example, hemorrhagic anemia, if acute in nature, is normocytic, normochromic, and if hemorrhage is of chronic nature, this will give you a microcytic hypochromic picture. Similarly, in hemolytic anemia, the MCV and MCHC both will be within the normal range. The size of the cell is normal, the color of the cell is normal, but the RBC count is less than normal. Hemolytic anemias are normocytic, normochromic. Similarly, bone marrow aplasia or aplastic will also give you a normochromic picture. Normal MCV and normal MCHC. Third, normochromic anemia is the anemia of chronic disorders. So in all these anemias, whether hemolytic anemia, whether bone marrow aplasia is there, or even in anemia of chronic disorders, the MCV and MCHC are within the. So all these are normocytic or normochromic. This is the blood indices in nutrition deficiency anemia, which includes iron deficiency and megaloblastic anemia. Remember, deficiency of iron will lead to microcytic hypochromic picture. Microcytic hypochromic. This means the MCP is less than normal and the MCHC is also less than normal. So whenever there is deficiency,
आवाज नहीं आ रही।
Michelle, turn your mic.
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
अब आ रही है?
can you hear me?
No, sir.
Can
We
you
can't
hear
hear
me?
you.
Can you hear me? Students, can you hear me? Please let me know.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Where were we? We were discussing the nutrition deficiency anemia. In nutrition deficiency anemia, we have two subtypes. Number one, iron deficiency anemia, and number two, megaloblastic anemia. And we have concluded that in iron deficiency anemia, both the MCV and MCHC are less than normal. This means in iron deficiency anemia, there will be microcytic hypochromic picture. I repeat, microcytic hypochromic picture. Size is less than normal, the color is lighter, hypochromicity. Chromicity is dependent on hemoglobin concentration. Remember, MCHC stands for mean corpuscular hemoglobin concentration. So greater the hemoglobin concentration, the darker will be the color. And if the concentration of hemoglobin is on the lower side, the color will be pale or yellowish, and we will label it as hypochromic. So remember, microcytic hypochromic picture in iron deficiency anemia. However, in megaloblastic anemia, folic acid deficiency and vitamin B12, both these types will give you macrocytic anemia. Remember, MCV will be on the higher side in these subtypes, vitamin B12 deficiency and folate deficiency. So remember, these are macrocytic anemias. I repeat,
हेलो सर, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
आवाज नहीं आ रही सर।
आवाज नहीं आ रही है सर।
सर बिल्कुल भी आवाज नहीं आ रही।
सर बोल ही नहीं रहे हैं तो आवाज कैसे यार? सर का माइक ऑफ हो गया है।
लेक्चर खत्म हो गया तो सर ने लीव कर दिया।
लीव कर दी, स्लाइड तो खुली हुई है।
अच्छा
बस कर दो।
अहमद ये समीर है।
समीर कौन है?
तो यार देख लिया करो, जिसका माइक ऑन होता है ना वो ऑफ कर लिया करो।
स्लाइड शो हो गया।
लेक्चर के दौरान भी किसी का माइक ऑन था और पीछे से आवाज आ रही थी।
नाश्ता कर रहा था कोई, आवाज आ रही थी।
फिर उस घर वाले उससे बातें कर रहे थे।
यार माइक ऑफ कर दिया करो सारे अपना।
कप में चाय डाल।
ठीक हो गया। आप जो कहें सर, आपकी बात माननी है। ऐसी क्या बात है? आप कहे तो हम क्लास भी कर लेते हैं, आप कहे तो क्लास ही नहीं दिया करेंगे। समीर ये कभी वो नहीं है, ऐसी वो मैंने नहीं किया था।
तुम लोग चाहते क्या हो यार? मुझे ये मुख्तसर सा बताओ तुम लोग।
यार अटेंडेंस का लिंक आ गया है।
मैं ग्रुप में उधर
यार
यस
सर यस सर।
so these are hazards of modern technology, but this is how it is. Okay.
अब म्यूट पर
So we
सर।
will discuss megaloblastic anemia. In megaloblastic anemia, we have concluded the MCV will be on the higher side. So remember, all the megaloblastic anemias, whether due to deficiency of folic acid or due to deficiency of vitamin B12, all megaloblastic anemias are macrocytic. So in all megaloblastic anemias, MCV will be raised. Now what about MCHC? So MCHC can either be within the normal range or sometimes less than normal value can be there. I repeat, megaloblastic anemia may sometimes show normal MCHC or sometimes the MCHC is less than normal. So the chromosity can be of dual nature. A normochromic picture can be there, a hypochromic picture can also be there. But one thing is for sure that the MCV is always on the higher side in megaloblastic anemias.
Excuse me, sir.
Is there any question regarding the morphological and etiological classification?
Excuse me, sir.
I still have 5 minutes.
कंडीशन एग्जिस्ट नहीं
Can
करती।
discuss any queries.
Excuse me, sir. Hello. Hello.
Any questions?
Hello.
Sir, I have a question regarding the degradation of bilirubin.
Students, am I audible to you?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Sir,
Can you
excuse
hear
me,
me?
sir.
Students, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have a scenario here.
सर क्वेश्चन था बच्चों का वो एड्रेस करने
Can
का.
you hear me? Am I audible? Please give me a signal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
यार आई थिंक हम ऑडिबल नहीं है सर को.
सर
Yes.
सब तक हमारी आवाज कन्फर्म कर दी.
हाँ मुझे ये लगता है.
आ रही है यार, आवाज आ रही है सबकी. सार की अब नहीं आ रही.
सर को नहीं आ रही.
अब सर ही नहीं है बच्चे.
वाइट
Remove
है
हो
ये. हाँ सार नहीं है.
सर
सर
रिमूव
को
हो.
किसी ने निकाल दिया.
Yes, I can hear you.
आ रही है यार, सबकी आ रही है.
Time, please. Listen to the scenario. A 26-year-old pregnant lady presents for a checkup, and she states that her pregnancy has been proceeding smoothly, although she has been feeling more tired than she expected. A physical examination is unremarkable except for marked pallor. So this is the first clue. 26-year-old pregnant lady. So this is the first clue. On physical examination, there is pallor, and I hope you know what is meant by the pallor. You order serum.
No, sir.
Mr. T. Pallor means pale looking. Pallor means pale looking. Pale.
Okay, sir.
You order serum studies and find that she has decreased hematocrit. Hematocrit is also known as cell volume (PCV). The ferritin levels of the total iron binding (TIBC) is increased. The blood peripheral smear shows RBCs that are microcytic, MCV less than normal, microcytic, and hypochromic, MCHC less than normal. So both MCV and MCHC are less than normal. So this is a case of classical case of iron deficiency anemia. So how we can say that iron deficiency anemia? We can detect the signs and symptoms. So number one, the age, pregnant lady. So during pregnancy there is physiological anemia as well. Pallor or pale looking, pale appearance is again one of the signs of anemia. When the RBC count is less than normal, the skin will look pale. The PCV, packed cell volume, is on the lower side. Ferritin levels, the iron levels are on the lower side. Since the ferritin levels, the iron levels are less than normal, that is the reason the iron binding capacity is increased. And most importantly for you people is the MCV and MCHC values. So remember, in iron deficiency anemia, MCV and MCHC are less than normal. So hypochromic picture will be there. So this is how an anemic female patient looks like. Pallor means looking.
Excuse me, sir.
Skin is pale.
Hello.
Now, what could be the possible causes of
सर आवाज नहीं
आ रही.
सर आवाज नहीं आ रही.
सर बात नहीं आ रही.
सर काफी है.
अब आ रही बेटे.
यस सर आ रही है.
यस सर.